Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Storytime. Today, our theme is hair. You know, everybody's hair is a little bit different. Some people have brown hair, some people have black hair, might be blonde or even red. Some people have hair that's as straight as a stick, and some people have hair so curly it'll never come uncoiled. Everybody's hair is different, but it's all pretty great. So today, our theme is hair. Before we start, let's sing our song. Remember, for our song, we need 3 signs. We need more, read, and happy. You ready? Let's sing. The more we read together, together, the more we read together, how happy we'll be. Big books and small books and short books and tall books. The more we read together, how happy we'll be. Excellent job. Let's start our story time all about hair. Paddington at the Barber Shop by Michael Bond. Illustrated by R.W. Alley. Every morning Paddington went to visit his good friend Mr. Gruber at his shop. They shared cocoa and buns and caught up on the day's news. One day, Mr. Gruber showed Paddington a vase. A piece had broken off. Paddington offered to fix the vase. He put it in his basket on wheels and went to buy some glue. Along the way, Paddington passed a shop with a sign that read, "Help Wanted." He went inside. It was a barber shop. Mr. Sloop, the barber, offered Paddington a job sweeping and looking after the customers. "Bears are good at sweeping," Paddington said. "If you do well, you can try the clippers," Mr. Sloop replied. Mr. Sloop showed Paddington where to find the broom. Then he went out for a coffee. "I won't be long," he said. Paddington looked around. The shop was full of interesting things. He saw benches and newspapers. He saw mirrors and chairs. He looked at pictures of different hairstyles. He smelled shampoos and lotions. Paddington picked up the scissors. Snip, snip. He almost cut his fur. He put the scissors down again. Paddington went back to the closet. Brooms, brushes, towels, and a white coat fell out. As Paddington untangled the items, a bell rang. A customer came into the shop. He asked for a trim. Paddington asked the customer to wait for the barber, but the man was tired and in a hurry. The man sat in the barber's chair. Before Paddington could speak, he had fallen asleep. Paddington didn't know what to do, but he knew he had to keep the customers happy. Paddington draped a cloth around the man's shoulders. Then he picked the clippers up. He waved the clippers a few times in the air for practice. Then he moved them through the man's hair. The first cut took all the man's hair off his head in one swoop. The man was almost bald. Paddington sat down on his suitcase to think. Then he spotted a bottle high up on the shelf. It was hair-growing tonic. Paddington poured it on the man's head. Paddington waited and waited for the man's hair to grow. He looked through his binoculars, but there was still no hair. At a loss, Paddington spotted his shopping basket on wheels. He put the vase on the counter and took out a jar of marmalade. He spread the marmalade all over the man's head, then took some hair from the floor and put it back on top. Now the man's hair was black and brown and blonde and red. Paddington sighed in relief. When the man woke up, he was not happy. Then he spotted Mr. Gruber's vase and picked it up. "That is Mr. Gruber's," Paddington cried. The man was eager to see more pieces just like this vase. Paddington led the man to Mr. Gruber's shop. He bought many things there. Mr. Gruber and Paddington shared a late-day cocoa to celebrate. "A very good day's work," Mr. Gruber said, and Paddington had to agree. The end. I'm Going to the Barber by Storytime Katie. I'm going to the barber to get a new haircut. I want a brand new style, but I can't decide on what. Should I cut it like a clown's with a curly red mop? How would it look all colored blue and puffy on top? Or how about green with pointy bangs? Or maybe orange, like fire? Or maybe something slick and black, like a creepy old vampire? I could put it up in pigtails, or a wild purple mane, or maybe curls, like Goldilocks. Or there's always brown and plain. It's so hard to choose a style when you need a new hairdo. Maybe you can tell me. Which one would you choose for you? The end. I thought for a long time about a good craft all about hair, and I came up with a few ideas, but since it's still fall, I decided that for this week we're going to do a fall craft instead of a craft about hair. So, if you come to the library, you're going to pick up a kit, and inside it'll have this craft for a scarecrow, and you hang it up in your window, and the light will shine through all the colors and make like a little stained glass window for you for fall. So that's our craft for this week. And I'm also going to include in everybody's bag a recipe for angel hair pasta. Now, angel hair pasta is basically just really thin spaghetti, but it's kind of fun to eat, and especially since our theme is hair, I will put the recipe in there for you, and if you don't have angel hair pasta, just use spaghetti instead, all right? So I hope you enjoy the craft and the recipe, and let's do another story. The Hair Book by Graham Tether. Illustrated by Andrew Joyner. Hair, hair, it's everywhere. Some have a little, some have lots. Plain hair, striped hair, polka dots. Curls and braids and beards and lashes, whiskers, eyebrows, long mustaches. Dark hair, fair hair, wig hair, bear hair. Everybody seems to wear hair. So many different kinds of hair. Lambs have woolly coats to wear. Pigs have bristles, they don't care. And porcupines have quills that scare. With hair, there's so much to do. Wash it, dry it, braid it, dye it. Curl it, clip it, comb it, snip it. And think of the things that you could do if your hair just grew and grew and grew. You could make a ladder with your hair, or lasso broncos at the fair. And if you grew a long goatee, you could use your hair to water ski. Fish and snails, do they have hair? Not one hair, not anywhere. Be glad you're not a fish or snail. Be glad you're not a hairless quail, a frog, a turtle, or a snake. Enjoy your hair, for goodness sake. Plain or dyed, loose or tied, curly or straight, hair is great. The end. Guys, I hope you loved our story time today all about hair. If you did and you'd like to read more books on hair, come to the library because we have some great ones like The Hair of Zoe Fliefenbacher Goes to School, a classic, Rapunzel. We also have Stephanie's Ponytail, Love Your Hair, Princesses Don't Get Sticky Hair, and Hair Love. So, come by the library or call us and ask us for more books on hair. It's time for us to say goodbye, and we're going to sing our goodbye song. Remember, for our goodbye song, we need 3 signs. We need time, goodbye, and friends. Are you ready? It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye to all our friends. It is time to say goodbye. Clap your hands, blink your eyes. It's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you for story time next week.